Of course, this is an allowance to the members who are running late to at least be able to hasten their steps and be able to join their colleagues inside the chambers. As you can see, much as we are seeing members inside the chambers, but that number is not enough to have corrected, and therefore a bell is underway. At least 50 members of the National Assembly should be inside the chamber or shall be seated at the time the prayer is said and the chair taken for the House to be deemed to have corrected. If that is not present, then that will mean that a quorum bell be rung, of course, for the members to be able to get into the chamber. Remember, this is a sitting that the House resolved, or the members themselves resolved to hold ahead of a recess that is expected or set to commence tomorrow. So this is a sitting that the members resolved to hold to be able to dispense with a number of priority business that they wish to dispense with before they proceed on that particular recess. However, on a Tuesday like this, the time allocated for the sitting or the normal sitting of the House is 2:30 in the PM. So this is a sitting that the members opted to hold just to be able to conclude on a number of business. As I had indicated earlier, 2 bills will be considered at the Committee of the Whole. But remember, all this is subject to the quorum. If the quorum is raised, then they will be able to proceed with the business. If that quorum is not present, as provided for in the House Standing Order, then the House risks being adjourned until 2:30 in the PM. The matter of lack of quorum at the commencement of the House is an issue that the Speaker has been addressing, pleading with the members and also directing that the House ought not to lack quorum at the commencement because if the quorum is not present, then the business that is lined up for consideration during that particular sitting ends up not being considered and moved to the next sitting, which further also interrupts with the business as per the calendar of the House. So if you are just joining us, do not worry. The House is facing a quorum hitch. As you can see, more members are still making their way into the chamber. The prayer has been said and the chair taken, but the House cannot commence yet owing to that quorum hitch. And that is why there is that delay in the commencement of the House business. Time allocated for the sitting this morning was 10 in the AM. It's now 15 minutes past. And the House hopes that it will be able to attain the quorum for it to continue with transacting the business that has been lined up for consideration this morning. A motion regarding the consideration of the 5th report on examination of financial statements on selected state corporations will also be considered this morning. The state corporations include the National Social Security Fund for the financial year 2020-2021, the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute for the financial year 2019-2020 to 2020-2021, National Hospital Insurance Fund for financial year 2018-2019 to 2020-2021, and the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation for the financial year 2013-2014 to 2018-2019. This is a report that was laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 5th of August, 2025 by the Departmental Committee or the Watchdog Committee, one of the watchdog committees, that is the Public Investments Committee on Social Services, Administration and Agriculture. So that is part of the business that the members will be able to transact this morning. Remember, the House is just waiting to correct. Otherwise, the business would have started at 10 when the prayer was said and the chair taken. However, that is not so, and therefore the second round of quorum bell, that is 5-minute quorum bell, is underway. The 10-minute quorum bell, the first round has lapsed without the House raising that quorum, and the Speaker directed that a further 5 minutes be rung. Of course, this is according to the standing orders, order number 34, paragraph 1. A further 5-minute quorum bell is underway for at least to give room to the members who are running late to be able to get to the chambers and enable the House raise that much needed quorum. I can see that at least a good number of members has walked in, so we hope that the Speaker shall, if the quorum is not present, that will mean that the House adjourns. We should be waiting for a communication from the Speaker to indicate to us that whether the quorum has been raised or not, because at this point the 5-minute may have lapsed already, but we shall be waiting to hear on the direction that the Speaker will be giving. Pursuant to provisions of Standing Order 44, paragraph 2C, that gives an opportunity to members to be able to request for statements from various departmental committees. The Honourable Member, nominated Member Abubakar Talib, will be requesting for a statement from the Committee on Transport and Infrastructure regarding traffic congestion along Changamwe Port Trees Road. This is a statement that the member will be elaborating on as he makes his presentation and seeking for answers from the Committee on Transport and Infrastructure. The member for Langata, Honourable Felix Odwar, will also be seeking for a statement or requesting for a statement from the Committee on Communication, Information and Innovation regarding provision of an express counter for emergency cases on the e-Citizen platform. There are also statements that were earlier on requested by responses that members had requested for regarding some statements. This morning, the Committee on Tourism and Wildlife will be giving responses to 4 statements that the members had sought. Some of these statements include a statement by the Honourable Member for Chepalungu, Victor Koech, regarding human-wildlife conflict in Chepalungu constituency. The Committee on Tourism and Wildlife will also respond to a statement that was sought by the Honourable Member for Igembe North, Honourable Julius Taitumu. This is with regards to the perennial human-wildlife conflict in Igembe North. Of course, while the committee is responding to this particular concern, members believe that it will be also addressing the same concerns that various parts of the country have raised regarding human-wildlife conflict. The Committee on Tourism and Wildlife, again, will also respond to a statement that was requested by the Honourable nominated Member Irene Mayaka regarding declaration of protected areas in Nyamira County, and also a statement that had been requested by the Honourable Member for Sirisia, Honourable John Waluke, regarding the decline in performance in the tourism sector in the country will also be responded to this morning by the Committee on Tourism and Wildlife. We are just waiting to hear from the Speaker whether the quorum has been raised. A substantive number of members has walked in.
Members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 35-2, there being no quorum, the House stands adjourned to Tuesday, 19th August 2025 to 2:30 p.m. Today afternoon. Okay.